Good Kid, Mad City. Triple platinum album with several multi-platinum singles, like the song Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe.
What made this album's production so great? Was it the choice of producers? Or was it the selection of samples used throughout this album?
In the thundering rain.
So in today's video, I'm going to dive in and show you the production secrets behind Kendrick Lamar's soulful samples. So the first sounds I wanted to start with was the guitars. I noticed in Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe the guitar chords and riffs, which was actually a sample from a Danish rock and pop song. So for this I only used minor 7th chords in the 1, 4, 5 progression. And notice at the end of that I had that nice little riff. Then I added these effects to it. Then moving on to the guitar riff. I added this counter melody with the back and forth notes, just like in the sample of Money Trees. And then I added these effects on top, and this is how it sounded. I use this preamp and cassette just to give it a little bit more brightness and that vinyl tape sound. Then I use this flanger that gives it that nice pop texture, just like that Danish sample. And I wanted something to replicate the wah guitar riffs, so I used splice and such under the hip hop genre. And that was perfect for that West Coast sound I was going for. Once I added all these effects, it sounded like this. Playing all the guitars together, this is how they came out. Bringing me onto the bass. I noticed throughout this album it has that nice funky bounce to all the basses. I felt like using them effects just give the bass an overall better character. Next is the layered chords. I noticed in the songs like The Art of Peer Pressure and
The homie shit's right. Shit's right.
you can hear in the spaces filled out with rich synths and Rhodes. So I just use this whirly piano with these chords. I felt like I was heading in the right direction, but I felt like it was missing the textures. So I use this preamp to just give it a brighter tone. I use this tape saturation and reverb to make it feel boxed in. And then I use this phaser to give that nice like modularized movement texture. But I still feel like I was missing something. So I use this Juno synth sound. Next is the orchestra, which allowed Kendrick to narrate his story throughout this album.
When I do an album called Good Kid, Mad City, that's really me. That's really my story. That's not something I'm trying to be.
Just like in the song Sing About Me, I'm Dying Off First.
You will sing about me. Promise that you will sing.
And to make it sound as real as possible, I had to layer sounds. I layered this trumpet from Mellotron, along with this cello from the score and strings. Then I added this violin counter melody. So together they all sound like this. Next is the vocals, just like in the sample in Money Trees. So I took multiple takes on this and came up with this. Once I added these effects, this is how it sounds. Them effects just give that nice soulful reverb sound that I was going for. So once that sample was done, I exported it with the bird chirps texture and reversed it just like DJ Dahi.
Let me put a little reverse sound to it and see what comes about.
Then I ran it through these effects. Them effects give it that nice vinyl 70s 80s sample sound. Moving on to the drums. These drums were inspired by the drum samples they used in this album. Then I noticed in this video by the business that made the Shireen song, I added percussion textures and drum fills just to transition the beat.
We loaded in our own drums, did a simple arrangement with nothing added, no effects or whatever.
So you can see in this video that I did a flanger. So what did I do? But I still felt like it was missing that old school vibe. So I added these effects. And then lastly I added the funk synth lead, which is in many songs like Mad City. This is a West Coast sound that was created by Dr. Dre using the mini Moog. So I use his old lead sound, and obviously I put the glide up so them notes glide over each other. And I used the cutoff and filter knobs so it wasn't too harsh. And you want to overlap the notes so it's creating that nice glide. So once I added these effects, so playing the whole sample together, this is how it sounds. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.